everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you today.
Hey, but first, a word from our sponsors.
Guys, extra summer sales going on right now. Get yourself one of our wallets. They're pretty amazing. They've got a bunch of other stuff, too.
Yeah, selling.
Yeah, click the links down below. It directly supports our show. And thank you. And by the way, I'm back. I'm freaking back from Prague, the Czech Republic. Holy shit. It was amazing. Dobrý den. I've started to learn some lahodne. I think is delicious. I might have gotten that wrong. Ujazny is, what is that? Amazing? No, I don't know. I'm probably butchering the language.
You just got demonetized for all the weird cursing you're doing.
Yakui, I think is thank you. Maybe. Hey, I'm trying, right?
Yet.
Because I had a great time. Can't really tell you why I was over there. You can make your educated guesses. There's an embargo, I think, for another week or two. But you will know as soon as I'm allowed to say. But in the meantime, I got a vlog up. So go watch the vlog, because when I got invited out there, I said, hey, you know what? Every single time I'm invited to one of these events, I go to the event and I leave. And I'm like, you know what? Nah, it's time to explore.
Place is beautiful.
It's time to do something. So I took 3 days earlier, went there and explored everywhere, had a great time. So that vlog is up there. I know it's too long. I know it's like a dad move with slideshow vacation photos. But trust me, I actually think I did a pretty good job editing it. Got some beautiful music in there for you guys. And an awesome tour guide who explains all of the really cool historical sites, and he let me film it. So thank you to Joseph, and thank you to you guys for basically making that happen for me. I'm energized, ready to go, and let's dive into the news. Alex, what the hell happened while I was gone?
Not good stuff for Nintendo. So Nintendo Q1 profits declined 55%. Which is a big number as the Switch is near its end of its life cycle, right?
To be fair, the console's a little long in the tooth now. Doesn't really have any big releases going on right now. They've announced, Metroid, but there's really, so it makes sense at this point in the console life that they are real down. Yeah.
So big stuff is coming though. So we're more and more rumors about the next Switch. Lots of games that they've showed off. So the future's bright for Nintendo, but it wasn't very good as far as their overall numbers. And then we go into Meta. We've kind of, I like pooping on Meta because they have the whole, they lose however many $1 billion every couple months on their Metaverse where they want you to buy.
Stop trying to make it a thing.
VR where everybody can work in VR with huge headsets and meet each other in virtual reality with no feet.
Okay. Legs? No. They said they were going to do legs.
No feet,
no legs. No feet, no legs.
Yeah. So they lost $4.5 billion in this last quarter.
It's burning money, huh?
Just the quarter, just the 3 months. And so that's up because the previous 3 months they had only lost $3.8 billion. So they're probably going to lose another $15 billion this year on their VR Reality Labs division.
That is not good.
Maybe it's time to pivot.
Man, even me, Joe, could have tell you, hey, man,
that's a bad idea.
You're a bad idea. And you could have just paid us $10 million each. Would have been, that's cheaper.
I would have saved you billions. I'll save you billions.
So stupid.
Let's not do this anymore.
I forget exactly what it was, but it was like all the tech giants, all these companies like Apple and stuff, and the cellular companies have like monopolies on the cell phones and this and that and the social communications and all that. So they were trying to find an angle where they could be kings, and they saw an opportunity in VR, and nobody's doing VR, and we could be the ones that do VR, and everybody will do VR. Well, nobody did VR. Nobody wants to do VR, and it's too early for that shit, and they took a leap of faith, and it failed. And they, frankly, probably should have seen it way sooner than they did, but they continued to burn money. They continued to burn resources. And, so here we are.
I mean, I love Snow Crash. It's a great book. I think Ready Player One was pretty good. But just because I like those books doesn't mean I'm willing to burn $4 billion every 3 months of our investors' money.
3 months.
It's crazy that they're
God.
losing this much. But I'll let you know what happens in the next 3 months too, because I imagine it's going to be. They're saying that the costs. For VR stuff is going up significantly, and so that's why the losses are going to increase as well. And so we'll have to see if they break.
$6 billion.
They're gonna lose $6 billion in 3 months. Yeah, I mean they could. So I don't know. I have no faith in any of that stuff. I don't think you should be buying fake houses in the metaverse.
No.
All right, let's talk about Mr. Beast. He has a show on Amazon. He has all these giveaways that definitely seem real, where he's giving away, all
Billions.
of this money, all this great stuff. Apparently,
well, that's his whole thing. I mean, people love money, and if he has a lot of money to give away, that just perpetuates more people. Those kinds of watchers and fans are only there to get your money, and they want their money. So I don't know if that's the way to cultivate a good.
Well, the new contestants on Mr. Beast is going to be the people who work at Metaverse. It's like, we're here for the millions.
Nice, Joe.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Don't you guys work at Metaverse?
We're losing money. Help us.
Help us, Mr. Beast.
No, he can save a lot, but he can't save the metaverse. But someone who worked for him has claimed that some of the competitions he puts on are staged and feature actors or friends winning prizes. And that makes a lot of sense when you're like, hey, I'm going to do all this crazy stuff. I'm going to give away all these things. He's just simply creating a spectacle, and that's what people are there for the most part to watch.
I figured it was just like a reality show and stuff like that.
Frankly, I don't give a shit. I mean, a lot of those reality shows I already know are fake. So to learn that a YouTuber one that was growing, and trying to top himself, and then eventually they started to turn fake, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
It's not my kind of content, but I'm wondering if his audience is like, this totally matters to us, and if it's not real, then I'm not going to watch it.
It doesn't seem to be. There seems to be from this controversy, no major decline in views or engagement at all, so people don't necessarily care. There's also a report that on his Amazon reality show, which has a $5 million prize. They say it's a dangerous train wreck. A new report from the New York Times claims that people aren't being properly fed. They have been injured repeatedly and aren't receiving proper or adequate medical care, including access to their own medications, clean changes of clothes when they start their menstrual cycles, all sorts of horrible things. And so
they didn't bring their own clothes. They expected Mr. Beast to clothe them.
Well, it's like Squid Games. What? It's Squid Games, and so you're kind of locked in this place, and so it's and so
see, I don't watch it, so I don't know how crazy it gets.
Yeah.
It's like you're locked in the room, and whoever doesn't drink water for 5 days will win a car, and then you die.
Yeah. But it turns out his friend always wins the car because they're giving him bottles of water and stuff. Yeah. Now he's saying that it was complicated by the CrowdStrike incident. So it took down extreme weather and other unexpected logistical and communications issues. I imagine there's probably a Walmart or 7-Eleven close to where they're filming this thing. You can get people food and make sure they get their medications. So I'm not saying he's personally responsible for any of these things. These are just
the setup is
these
just
are the things.
Messed up.
The major thing is that it was kind of eye-opening for some people that didn't realize that a lot of the things that we watch on television are fake. So
all of it, some of the younger fans. Well, he has younger fans, so this is the first time they are probably running into fakeness.
Yeah.
This has happened before. It'll happen again, and maybe don't.
Alex is really not a vampire, and he
kind of reality
really
TV garbage.
I'm a vampire.
Alex didn't really get shot.
You did throw boxes at me for real, though.
I did.
Yeah. We've all had boxes thrown at our faces. Yeah. It's a rite of initiation.
Yeah. Dragon Age.
But only one of us has had to wear a baby crib on their back, or no, their chest.
Yeah. Where OJ has a strap on. Yeah.
Where OJ has a strap on. Only one of us have. And it's not Alex.
Oof. All right, Dragon Age: The Veilguard is not coming out in September, so it's getting moved back. So October is the earliest possible date.
Okay.
So the BioWare's been vague on the release date of the new adventure.
People didn't like it.
I don't know. I'm delirious, Joe. What time is it in Prague?
No clue.
It's like 8 hours ahead.
Okay, because I'm feeling it now. Time in Prague is.
There's 7 hours ahead.
It's only 7 p.m. Okay.
Yeah. Traveling just sucks the life out of you, yeah. And so, it's looking anywhere between October 1st and December 31st. They could try to keep it in line with, previous ones that released in November. But if you were planning on, spending a bunch of time playing this game, things are getting pushed further and further back. It's going to be actually a theme of, of what some of the stuff we're talking about in the video today.
I've got no excitement on that game. What about you, Joe?
No, not really looking forward to it. Yeah. It just not my art style. Really
not my art style. I'm worried about the characters, worried about the writers, worried about
the demons. Just look like
worried about everything.
Purple, I don't know.
Worried about the enemy designs. Yeah, whether I'm going to be excited.
Very generic. I wanted to see something cool.
Are they going to have armor sets and weapons that we think look cool? Because that's the death knell of a game. If nothing I get looks cool.
Yeah. Not everything needs to look like Skyrim, guys. Sometimes it's okay to have everything be purple.
Was it Dark Alliance with that booger armor?
That was unique.
That was unique.
But it was
so fucking bad. It's like, oh god,
nice.
It's so nasty.
Yeah. The U.S. Senate this week have saved the children. They did it with the COSA and COPA 2.0. They have officially saved all children. The Kids Online Safety Act and the Children's and Teens Online Privacy Protection Act passed in the Senate yesterday. Now, the COSA would introduce duty of care. So for tech companies, when it comes to kids using their platforms, requiring them to have stronger regulations to avoid cyberbullying, sexual exploitation, and more. This is the one that's more hands-on, saying that the owners of platforms need to take more care to make sure the kids aren't exploited. And then COPA is just making sure that kids aren't being directly advertised to, like advertising to minors, and that their data is not being collected. That's one of the things that people, especially parents nowadays, are worried about. When we were kids, we could go to a party and you could do something dumb, and then everyone would just like talk about it. Now you go to a party and you do something dumb. 900 people have the video in every single angle, and then so like people are collecting this information. It's not just Facebook. Other people are collecting and they're aggregating this information. So keeping this information on kids is probably not a good idea. So this is going to be another layer of protection. It's going to hopefully prevent the kids' data from getting leaked everywhere. Since for whatever reason that we're letting 7-year-olds on Facebook or whatever the kids are using TikTok. You don't have profiles, do you?
Yeah, you have to create an account.
I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea. So
I know.
Yeah, we did it. We saved the children.
Nice.
Larian came out and said that they nearly made Baldur's Gate 4. And it was partially playable. And something that you guys would have liked.
This is sad, man. Don't tease people like that. Don't tell us you would have liked it a lot, but we got bored and we didn't want to do it.
We want to do different stuff.
Man,
it was going to take 3 years.
Just shut up about that, because I do want it, and I do like it, and I do think I would have liked it.
Yeah.
Can't you just put another team on it? I'll wait 4 years. You just put another team on it.
Put your B team on it and have the A team come in and look at, you're doing good.
I'm pretty sure their B team is still way better than anyone else's.
Oh, absolutely.
A team.
So they said that we've got the engine, we got everything in here. All we need to do is add extra levels or just make some new stories. How hard can it be? The production machine was still warm because they were working on it. But they just said that they didn't want to do it.
I get it. Here's more context. It said, okay, this is DLC initially. It would have took them, and then they said, okay, to do this right, like we want, and to get people to like it, 2 to 3 years to finish this. Then they were like, damn, man, that's a lot for this extended DLC. They said, okay, what if we made this Baldur's Gate 4 and then just added a ton more content into it? And say, okay, we can do that. But then as that was shaping into it, they were like, okay, now this is turning into 4 to 6 years and 6 to 7 years. And they're like, all right, you know what? There were these other games that we wanted to do, and we have all these other ideas. They're way more exciting. And they decided, let's do those instead. And internally, the faces, they got excited and happy when they're about to work on some of these other ideas. So I totally get it. But I also get the side of us, the gamers. It's like, damn, that was a really awesome game. 10 out of 10. I want to live in the world some more. You guys are really good at this. Nobody else is really good at this right now. We want more of it. So I get that side too. And just telling people that you would have liked it and teasing it what it was, it's a big cock tease.
It's absolutely free just to shut the fuck up. And so not telling people and teasing people is the only problem I have with it. Look, you creatively wanting to do your thing, awesome. Just saying that you were going to do that, and that's kind of... kind of a poopy thing. But hopefully they give us the next game, and it's just as good as Baldur's Gate 3. The big story of the week is Bungie lays off another 220 staff members, acknowledging it was overly
Destiny's in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Somebody call Paul Tassi.
Yeah. 155 people also moved to Sony. Another 75, again, are moved to work with PlayStation Studios. Bungie had 220 people, and that's only 17% of its overall headcount. They have a shitload of people working on Destiny, and I
didn't think they had that.
I watched Flippy and some of those people waste their time when they play Destiny, and if you have that many fucking people working on that piece of shit, Bungie's in trouble.
Yeah, because that's, it's nothing. It almost is, a lot of it's already built. Yeah, okay, I get it, new content and stuff, but yeah, I've been reading a lot of those stories too, like that Bungie kind of oversold what they can do, and we're gonna do this, and Sony, don't worry, we're gonna have that and that.
Give us your money, give us your money, give us your money, buy us.
And then once they did, and they said, all right, yeah, Halo, all that shit was good. It's like, okay, what are you doing now? It's not working out. This is not what we thought we bought. So now they're moving. Sony's like, all right, we're gonna move people to Sony. We're gonna cut staff, or Destiny's gonna cut staff.
Yeah. So Pete Parsons, the Bungie CEO, said that these cuts are needed to make substantial changes to our cost structure and focus development efforts entirely on Destiny and Marathon.
Yeah.
There's been
Marathon's their next game.
Their next one, yeah.
Which is based on an old IP an older game that they had. And again, we haven't seen much on it, but I'm not really that hyped for it. Meanwhile, that CEO, Pete Parsons, is spending $2.5 million on cars in just the past 2 years. This is just 2 years buying up all the classic cars.
Well, Sony,
so he doesn't think
check.
Anything's wrong.
No, Sony gave him that massive check.
Fine.
And you can actually, apparently you can look up. Apparently he bought a really nice old Jaguar and some other stuff. So it's like, I guess the guy's got good taste, except for it's not tasteful to be spending that kind of money when you're laying off 70% of your workforce. So
buying
it's
classic cars and then telling you're fired.
Yeah.
500 was like, okay, well,
we had to make some budget cuts.
Are you gonna cut your salary and budget?
Is that a new car?
No,
that's a nice car.
That's not.
What is that?
That's a present for the employees that I fired.
How much that cost?
To look at. They can look at it as a present.
You mean all these people's salary?
All these people can look at it.
Yeah, so Sony, like you mentioned, is absorbing a lot of their staff. Will continue to absorb their staff. So it's like Sony really wanted to buy the Bungie name. Sony also, we've talked about in the news, originally wanted to have 12 different live service games released in the next couple years.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They've cut a lot of those down. The new estimate is 6.
Thank God.
But 6 is still a lot of new live service games, and so they're not all going to be good like Helldivers. They're going to look probably more like Concord, which looks terrible.
No. Well, that's even worse because it's a $40 live service.
Yeah, so I just don't know what they're going to do with all these new live service games. I think they just assume that everyone has infinite time and money to grind in their horrible ecosystems. But yeah, and so according to Bungie themselves, people were saying, "Hey, is this due to what is this due to?" So Bungie was reportedly going to pull the trigger on layoffs regardless of the final shape success due to leadership under-delivering on financial promises to Sony. So again, this is the leadership of Bungie misled Sony so much that Sony's expectations were in the wrong space, and then these layoffs had to happen. So the people getting laid off, they didn't do it because they did a bad job, even though I don't think Destiny 2 is good. I'm sure the work they did is great. It's because the higher-ups misled Sony, sold a bunch of stuff, and then, now they have to make the cuts. So I don't think this is the way you're going to run it. Like, you should be running a company.
No, not at all.
I don't know. What do I know? All right. Find anything over there that you want to talk about before we go on to the next one?
Well, I got it up. So to add some context to what you were saying about the VR losses, I mean, you think you already said it, but fucking $10 billion in 2020, and then another $16 billion in losses. That's mind-boggling. That's so much money.
Do you know what the last estimate that EA Games was worth total?
No.
It was like $8 billion.
Yeah.
And so they could have bought EA once,
We coulda
and
had
then
a
twice a
second
year,
EA.
and then twice a year, and then twice a year. Like they,
Oh my god.
that's how much money. Like you're talking about that. I don't know. I don't get it. I have
Hire
no
me as a lead. Shut it down. Shut it all down.
Holy shit! You saved us $16 billion.
Bam. That's
Genius.
simple.
Oh, you're smart, Joe. Another one is Ark 2. Xbox announces a
Vin
playable
Diesel, baby.
with Vin Diesel. Man, we've been waiting. I've been like, what is it going on?
How big is his character gonna be?
Xbox announces a playable demo of the survival crafting sequel at Gamescom, and then unannounces it. It's been 4 years. Where is it? The last time we heard about it was, I think, at Gamescom, but we got an update, the Vin Diesel starring sequel, but then it immediately got removed. And the quote is, Ark 2 was originally listed as playable at the Xbox booth. This mention was made in error and has been removed, and so people are getting a little worried. This writer's like, blink if you need help. Neither Studio Wildcard nor its co-developer Grove Street Games has said anything about the project since it missed its original 2023 release date. So if Ark 2 is real and it's still coming out this year, it's going to be one of the weirdest surprise drops in a while.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know this, but Microsoft paid them $2.3 million to have Ark 2 and Vin Diesel exclusively on the Game Pass for 3 years.
I mean, they also killed Ark 1. So they have no idea what they're doing because they put out Ark 1 and then they put out a remaster and they're like, oh, by the way, if you don't buy the remaster, we're taking down Ark 1.
Yeah.
And
it's it's pretty shitty. It's been 4 years since the game was announced, and nobody's even sure if a proper sequel is going to happen. And apparently the answer may lie in Ark the Animated Series, but the last 7 episodes of the show have yet to appear on Paramount Plus. I didn't even know there was Ark Animated Series.
because it's on Paramount Plus and no one has that.
What the fuck? So apparently a few episodes got uploaded, but then they stopped uploading episodes. Man, that's some
What's
embarrassing
going on
ass.
over there?
That's some embarrassing ass shit. Okay. There's no shortage of people eager for Ark 2. This guy writes, it'd be a
Fucking
shame
Vin
if we're
Diesel.
still in the dark on it this time next year.
It's fucking Vin Diesel riding a Raptor.
It's the curse.
Well, it was
nuts.
originally supposed to come out, last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
2023.
2023. So I guess he just keeps saying, make my muscles bigger. I want my muscles bigger. And they're like, babe, we can't. The system resources. We're using all of the system resources.
Oh shit, that fucking dinosaur.
Yes, it's a dinosaur, man. We told you 3 times that this game has dinosaurs in it.
Where do you put the nuts?
You think he's going to punch a
There's
dinosaur?
no nuts.
Yes.
You think that there's going to be a cutscene where he punches a dinosaur?
Yes.
Yeah.
T-Rexes are going to fight the biggest dinosaur and punch him, knock him out.
It's funny that Alex said that because here's a commenter, Sean Mayo. This is a studio that's been known to have no idea what they're doing and letting customers pay them anyways. Look at the terrible launch and complete lack of updates to follow. Yeah. Another guy says, I suspect the reason Ark 2 has been MIA is they're significantly reworking it after the horrible reaction to the announcement that it's going to be a third-person action game with Souls-like combat. While not everyone was upset with this change, it does seem to be a strange design choice given that Ark was, the only successful game they've ever done.
It's a Souls-like now. It's like, what the fuck do you
What are
mean
you
it's a
talking
Souls-like now?
Yeah, so maybe that's one guy's speculation. And frankly, since the company ain't said shit in a year or
Frankly,
more,
my dear,
it's-
I don't give a damn.
yeah, he might be on to something.
Well, I can't wait because I'm going to make a
Vin
cardboard
Diesel.
Tyrannosaurus
Family.
head for OJ to punch.
We're all going to make the family, the Toretto family, the angry Toretto family. So that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm back. We're excited. I think there's like a Delta Farce demo with Larry the Cable Guy coming tomorrow, so that's going to be fun.
Oh, no.
We'll play open beta, or is it closed beta? I don't know. It's apparently like is it Korean or Chinese developer? Battlefield. And frankly, Battlefield fucked it up, so I'm ready to play Battlefield from a different Battlefield. So I'm ready for it. So there's that, and
the director's cut of Rebel Moon 1 and 2 came out yesterday.
That's right. I was gonna have us
whatever.
watch that, but that's like
It's
fucking 6 hours.
It's way longer. It's 7 hours. It's 7 hours.
I told you, shut up.
What the fuck?
It's
Thank
not
you
gonna
for
make
reminding
it better.
me, Alex.
It's not
So
gonna.
we're gonna watch that, Joe. After you're done editing the news, we're gonna probably watch part 1, and then do that, and then tomorrow we'll do part 2.
Part 2 is over 3.5 hours long.
You said it, not me. But
Well, I don't want to play the Delta version. There's a mecha game you may want to check out, too.
I do want to play that. I really want to play
I've been playing a mecha game that came out.
Oh, what's it called?
It's called Mecha something.
And it's good?
It's pretty good.
Cool. All right. Well, that's stuff to look forward to. And then, of course, oh, God, next week is Madden. You're giving me less than a week to fucking – you're going straight from college football into Madden.
And this week we got fucking Borderlands.
What? It's true.
Yeah,
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
So Thursday.
Yeah, everyone's like forgot about it.
Oh,
and
man,
it comes out.
that's going to be great, isn't it?
Right.
Well, Rings of Power Season 2 comes out soon,
At
too,
the
right?
end of August, yeah.
Rings of
August 27th or 31st,
What?
one of those. So a lot of great content coming to you, and stay tuned for episode 2 of the news right now.
I'm gonna start getting pink eye. That way I can't
No,
see
don't
shit.
do
I
that.
can't see anything. I can't see Rebel Moon.
I can get you one of those.
How
Rings of
rare is it to
Power.
get pink eye in both eyes, Joe? You better not.
We'll see.
He's a dirty motherfucker that doesn't wash. I mean,
We'll see.
we can get one of
finger
those.
in your booty hole and touch your eyes? What are you doing?
I can't see anything.
Get away from me.
He washes his hands like Lamar Jackson does.
Oh,
All right, we'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye.